Battle of Caen, 1944, I woke up choking on dust ears, ringing like church bells torn apart, and the first thing I saw wasn't the sky or the sun. It was the face of a boy German uniform, no older than my brother, his eyes wide, his hand trembling, and for a second I couldn't tell if he was alive or already gone. My lungs burned, my throat raw from smoke, and when I pushed myself up from the stones, the world tilted sideways. Caen was still burning, the air thick with the smell of plaster and cordite, bricks groaning as walls gave way. A voice cut through the ringing. "Hale, move it." Sergeant Keating's hand yanked me behind a shattered wall. His face was streaked with soot, his eyes wide and wild. Mason was hunched over the radio, swearing. Torres cradling the bar like it was holy. Wilkins shaking so bad his rifle rattled against his helmet strap. We were 5 shadows in a city that was eating men alive. We pushed forward, step by step, street by street, every corner a gamble. The square was a killing ground. MG-42s chewing through stone, tracers slicing orange across the dark. Keating shouted orders. Torres laid down fire. Mason banged on the dead radio like he could beat life into it. And Wilkins' poor kid looked at me every time like I had answers. I didn't. I had nothing but the rifle in my hands and the pounding of my heart. I flanked left, crawling through rubble, hearing my breath rasp inside my helmet. German voices ahead, the stutter of the gun, the sparks where rounds smacked stone inches from my face. I came up firing. One man dropped. Another swung toward me, his eyes meeting mine. Fear and fury all twisted together, and then he was gone too. My rifle clattered empty, my hands steadier than they had any right to be. That scared me most of all. That killing had become just another thing my body did. We cleared the nest, took the square, held it. Keating slapped my back, said, "Good work, Hale." But good work meant corpses on the cobblestones. Meant Wilkins staring at the blonde boy sprawled across the sandbags like he'd seen his own reflection. I wanted to tell him something, anything, but my throat locked tight. There were no words left in Caen. The night stretched on, endless fire and rubble, streets glowing orange with flame. We moved as ghosts through ruins, searching houses, finding nothing but broken furniture, crying civilians, sometimes worse. At dawn, the sky turned gray, smoke rising in pillars, and the guns fell silent for the first time in hours. I sat on the steps of a ruined church, helmet heavy in my hands. Keating lit a cigarette, passed it to me. I dragged on it, the smoke scratching my lungs, and I thought about home, the porch, the smell of fresh bread, my brother's laugh. I thought about the boy in the German uniform, eyes wide, just a kid, and I wondered if somewhere far from here his mother was waiting too. The sun broke through the smoke, weak and pale, but it was light all the same. Torres was humming under his breath. Mason had finally got the radio crackling again. Wilkins leaned against the wall, eyes closed, clutching his rifle like it was the only thing keeping him upright. And me just sat there, staring at the broken city, wondering how many pieces of myself I'd left among its stones, wondering if I'd ever be whole again, because that was Caen, not a victory, not a battle won or lost, just a place where silence never lasted, where the dead outnumbered the living, and where every step forward meant leaving something behind. I put the helmet back on, tightened the strap, and stood when Keating called. My legs ached, my chest heavy, but I stood, because there was no other choice, and we kept moving.